Ladies, gentlemen, geeks of all ages, you are now entering BJ Shay's Geek Nation. Welcome.
All right.
Hey, Geek Nation, it's your buddy Chris. I'm here with BJ. We're starting a new segment today, a little something we like to call On the Couch with Chris.
Why am I always working? Why are you
Always working.
I just finished working, and now you got me working again.
We're going to work just a little bit more,
All right.
okay? I
Okay,
swear
just a little
we'll
bit
keep
more.
it quick.
What do you want to know? What are you doing? What's this thing you're doing?
Well, I saw something on the internet today. They are coming out with a new Monopoly variant. It's the Super Mario Brothers Monopoly. And one thing that it got me thinking about is I own about 5 or 6 different Monopoly sets. I've got the Star Trek, I've got the Star Wars, and I remember for Christmas, Scooby-Doo. I even have the Klingon Monopoly, where everything's actually in Klingon.
That's pretty good. I like that.
But do you think I've ever played any of them?
We play a lot of games. We have never played
A lot
Monopoly.
of games. We don't play Monopoly. Why do you think it is? Nobody wants to play Monopoly. No matter how cool you make Monopoly by putting all these other licenses on it, nobody wants to play Monopoly.
I'll tell you, I think it's the reason why nobody's playing Clue.
Mm-hmm.
All those different skins for Clue.
Mm-hmm.
They've done that with Stratego, a couple of different skins for Stratego. I think it's because it's Monopoly. I think it's because it's Clue. I think it's because at least me, I played those games to death as a kid.
Yo.
And they're good games, but there are better games out there now. And we just discovered this phenomenon recently with Shadows over Camelot.
Yeah. You take a game and you play it, and unless it's got some kind of a hook that wants you to come back and play it again, there's no reason to. And you're right about Monopoly. We've played them to death. Shadows over Camelot, I think, suffered only because I think at the time it may have been revolutionary and breaking new ground and things like that, and it was interesting. But then there are more games and better games with similar mechanics that don't make you want to flip the table every time you play. And I think that something like that is really what it's all about.
Yeah, if you like moving miniatures around a board, there are much better games than Shadows over Camelot. If you like a trader aspect, I mean, Dead of Winter is that gives you miniatures to move around the board, and it has a trader aspect. Dark Moon, which I just played, you haven't played.
I haven't played Dark Moon yet.
We have to play it. That has a great trader, a hidden aspect to it. Of course, the granddaddy, if you will, the Resistance, which we both love.
We love that.
And I remember when I first, when I started going crazy for board games 2-3 years ago, I remember Tom Vassell, he put it in the list of these are the top 10, top 100 games you have to have.
Yeah, he loved it.
And at the time, I think, when it came out, it's a worthwhile game. But boy, 3, 4, 5 years later for me, I had that game for 2 years, never played it. We finally busted it open. I don't think I'll play it again.
Yeah, and I think that's really what it comes down to with your Monopolies and your Clues and things like that. You can dress it up all you want.
Yeah.
It's still the same game, and there are so many better choices out there for your gaming time. Teaching younger kids about games and things like that, giving them a game that's basic and simple and easy to understand and easy to explain. You might go back and play a Monopoly, and if you're trying to turn them into the nerd that you always wish you could be, then Star Trek or Super Mario Brothers might be great. But beyond that, this is straight up just a kitsch value.
You know what's scary? Another game that's hitting that realm for me, the Monopoly realm, if you will. Catan.
Oh.
I went out and I bought the really sweet board, which I thought would fix it. You have Star Trek Catan.
I do.
Which was really fun, and it did add some of the action cards with the characters. It does add a nice element to it. But we haven't
played it a billion times, and I don't remember the last time we played Catan because you're right.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy Isaiah's our buddy from Daily Magic Games has Valeria Card Kingdoms, and that scratches the Catan itch.
It does.
With a lot less setup time.
Right.
And, you get to roll the dice, and you get to do some Machikoro things. You get to do some Catan-like things. It even scratches the Lords of Waterdeep itch, which I find
that's a good point.
Is a bit of a challenge for me to break out and do. And remember when we first got that game, we went crazy wanting to play it. Now, you still probably love it more than me.
I still love it. I still love Lords of Waterdeep. It's one of those games that, for me, has been sort of evergreen. But you're right. Getting people into it and getting excited about it, people are like, we've played that.
Wait for the Quests of Valeria, which I've kicked, because that's the third in the trilogy of the Valeria games.
Okay.
And I don't know if we'll ever play Waterdeep again, because Quests of Valeria really scratches that Waterdeep itch as far as completing quests and getting the right cards and getting everybody you need. without having to set up and do that stuff. You just pull out the cards and go. I think that's just the nature of gaming.
I think you're right.
Those older games, man, they have to be amazing if they're going to keep up with what keeps coming out.
Because we're always looking for something new. We're fairly fickle when it comes to that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And
Just kicked a new game today, man.
you got to keep us interested. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. For those of you game designers out there watching this video, both of you,
Yeah. Oh, and
keep it interesting.
Can we talk about Dice of Crowns real quick?
Let's do that real quick because it just got up on the Kickstarter today.
Yeah, it did. Dice of Crowns. Search for it on Kickstarter. It's a great dice game that I believe will replace Zombie Dice. And if you didn't like Zombie Dice, then this will be a game that actually you'll go, oh, Zombie Dice should have been this. Either way, Zombie Dice lover or hater, check out Dice of Crowns. It won the People's Choice Awards at the Evergreen Tabletop Expo,
Yeah.
so this is a legit
Won a
game.
Lucy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's a press your luck dice rolling game like Zombie Dice was or is. So guys, that's just about 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and call it for now.
This is a daily thing?
We're going to try and do this every single day.
What's the name of this?
On the Couch with Chris.
Oh, of course, because you are...
This is the couch.
I'm not going to be here.
I am
every day.
Chris.
You're going to have to find other people.
Some days.
Yeah.
We'll take it easy on the BJ. I'll be here every day. That's kind of my thing. That's what I'm about. So like us on Facebook. Search for BJ Geek Nation. YouTube, Twitter, all of that. In fact, you're probably watching this on YouTube right now if I'm doing my job properly. We'll see.
Please hang up and try again.